Everybody, it's Jason at Campbell Homes. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to see what we got to show y'all today. We've showed y'all a lot of houses here recently in some of our Facebook lives. Appreciate y'all looking at those too. A lot of those homes that we've built that are for sale. God has blessed us. Out of those nearly a dozen houses I think we've shown y'all, I think we have about 2 left right now, but we're fixing to crank up some more too in Bullard. Also in Troop, we'll be showing y'all those as well too really soon. So today we're going to show you something just a little bit different. We have not shown y'all a remodel, and I would love for everybody to see how blessed God has blessed us with the diversity of not just custom homes, but remodeling. And remodeling, I mean, we can do anything. We've done anything from just changing out windows and doors around the house to an entire kitchen remodel to add-ons to add-on a garage, a freestanding carport, party barn, barndominiums, things like that, whatever. So I wanted to show you one today, whatever. And there is one here. We're just starting in the back of it. We're at it today. We're out on Lake Palestine today in Bullard, out towards the spillway and everything at Dr. Kistler's house. Dr. Kistler's, he and his wife, great couple. And what I love about them, they are great family people. They have a very large family, and this is their lake house. So this is kind of like the meeting place. You know, there's always one house in the family that's where everybody goes to there. And that's what this is. And so their family has grown. God's blessed them. And with that, with growing, they have had to take and say, okay, well, we either got to get a bigger house somewhere else, or we got to do something to this house and make it bigger. So they said, well, let's make this one bigger. Everybody agreed. So that's what we've done. So this house is actually a single-story house. And we were very blessed to come in and literally take the roof off of this house and make it a 2-story house. But to see the dynamics of it, we'll come back at the end when it's completely finished. But at this point right now, there's some very intricate things happening inside and outside that we would love to show everybody on that part of it. So I'm going to show you a lot of spots where I'm going to be standing like this is where it was there, but this is where we are now. So just show you a couple things, okay? We're out, we're on the back porch, and used to, when you walked out these doors, and you come out here onto your front porch, there's this line right here where I'm going to stand. This was their back porch, okay? So they have about 10 foot of porch, very wide and everything on this part, however. But now we've added another 18 feet by the width of this thing, and it's 14 foot tall. So it's huge. So everybody in the family could be out here together. You see our signature. A lot of builders do this and everything because it just looks so much better than hardy board sheets. But the one before, tongue and groove on the ceilings, that'll be stained. It can be painted, of course, but that'll be stained. Bring out the rich color in that against this red brick and everything. Look really awesome. TV hanging over in the corner and watch the games out here, do things like that. But really just a big, huge spot out here that they can all sit out here and enjoy, look at the lake, be on the water. Everybody can come in and out the house and everything, but not tripping over each other and have plenty of room. So, but as we go in, we're actually walking through the existing part of the house. So what was here when we got started? So master suite is on one side, guest is over here on the other. But as you come into the main body of the house, what you're looking at right now is the original part of the house. So you're walking into the living room there, where Christy is. So original fireplace, original living room, original kitchen, and everything on this. So these are things that literally, we did some extra trim and some repairs they wanted done. But everything else, like the kitchen is, let's say, just the same way it is. Maybe 1 or 2 little modifications. We've upgraded some trim for them on that side, 6-inch baby molding, things like that. But pretty much like they the same. But as it comes through, I'm going to stand right over here. This right here is where the front door used to be. So when you walked in the front door of their house, you were literally like in the foyer area, and then there's a little kick out right here, and then this little kick out. This was the dining room. So you got exterior walls right here, here, and there. So literally, that was it. Well, obviously, you can see what's changed. So that's the cool part of what we get blessed to do here. So now this has become a very large dining room. A huge buffet, built-in buffet area over here on the side. Kind of a den area too on that part of it, multi-use room. But the really cool part about this is And the guys are all such artists, as I've told y'all before, of what they show off on what they're doing. If you look in here, there's double stacked crown molding on the top. So you got a piece of crown, you got a piece of base underneath it on the top. Of course, 6-inch base moldings on the bottom. But let's just look at just this for an example. So 4-sided decorative column. So you've got the solid that goes up on that part. But then you got the PM7 that goes and tracks and makes the rectangle on it. So, and it goes around all the way around the sides and separates into 2 sides. So one's like a wainscot and one goes all the way up to the top. And then, if you look up from there, it creates its own shelf. So then you have the long 1x, but then you add a piece of crown that steps out there, creating a little shelf right there. And this goes around this entire area here to box this spot into this little nook area. So very, very cool how this is. 12-foot ceilings here. We raised up on this part of it to make this a very grand type of thing happening. Now remember, here is the front door. So this is where the front door is used to be. Now you can see them where they are now. So we poured more concrete, we've added on, took everything off the front of the house, the roof off, and now we've got this huge grand entry. So as we come through here, you'll see this comes in from that 12-foot tall, and this now comes into, I think, Christy, you'll be able to stop right as you come in and look up. This goes into 22-foot tall ceilings. So for a grand entry. So, and you still see we've got the crown running around the top, 6-inch base moldings and everything on that part of it too, on that part. But the big thing that we wanted to show, just spots right here. Big thing we wanted to show off to you, and try not to interrupt. Big thing we want to show off to you is the staircase. Because remember, this wasn't here. So that wasn't there at all. So as we've come in and created this, Jose, of course, Jose Pargas has come in and built the staircase. It's called a switchback. So it comes up to a landing, goes across, switches back, and goes back the other way. So that, as that has gone into play, you see how he went through framing it, and then we got the trim guys in here now that are doing what they do. The judges paneling that goes through here, you see it across the front of this to really decorate it up. It's like in a judge's chamber, that's where it gets its name from. It goes all the way across there and everything, and it's also going to be on the inside as we go upstairs. But you see how each one of these columns is individually custom made, how it fits through there. So each one of them matching up with the ones that we have over there, to where we're carrying this same idea for this whole area right here in this new area. How that all pulls together. Even this tall column right here, that still acts as this part of it in there, but still goes all the way up to the very top. And then of course they're getting ready now to put in the spindles, and you'll see where those will come in here. They've already pre-drilled and they're ready to put in on that part over there. Really jazz this thing up and give it a lot of class and make it look really awesome. Really awesome. The wow factor of this thing, other than when you walk through the 8-foot tall arched doors, is just the 22-foot ceilings. You've got the standalone balcony, Romeo and Juliet looking out over us on that part. You can also see even the holes that they drilled, and they'll put the spindles in on that part of it, but how that flows into this. So even on the second floor, which we just filled with bedrooms and a game room, they're still able to come over and look and see somebody comes through the door, comes from the garage, anything like that, and they're able to pull through on that side of it. So you can really tell a huge difference, I hope, when you standing here looking through as you walk in now this grand entry. Lots of glass over here on the left-hand side. You'll be able to see the water through and through when you come here. Of course, we've got a plastic up prepping for paint. Pete's doing that, of course. But just the crown and the trim, and once Pete paints it, how it's going to pop and really look like a wow factor is what's really, really cool about that. So let's walk around here. Just be careful. Walk around here. I want to show you a couple more things. Here, the judges paneling. Again, like I'm saying, as far as how it goes across there, like I said, it's from a judge's chamber. But look how, sure, that's square, but just keeping with the steps and cutting the angle pieces that go into here of how they pull that together. And then you can see on each one of the steps individually. Let me show you. Christy, come up to the right there and see if we can show this corner right quick. So this is red oak. So the pieces are together, and then you have the bullnose piece that comes across here. You see the 45 in there, and there's another bullnose piece out there that faces on the outside of it, and how those two join together. And look at the precise, I mean, how smooth, it's like butcher block top. Just smooth as could be how they put these things together. Each one is individually cut. Nothing comes pre-cut, nothing, everything else. They come here, they make them on site, everything custom done on that side of it. So as you come up, again, you'll see everything's bullnose. So this, you see, this red oak, all the red oak will be stained, but the riser, so this is your tread, that's what you step on, and this is your riser. So all the risers will be painted white, but all this will be stained. And you talk about pop, it'll have the wow pop. When that stain and that paint goes against each other, how that looks is just like the wow. I mean, it's just unbelievable what it does. So you see as it comes up, it hits the landing. We go all the way across on the landing. As we're coming up onto the next step, sorry, bud, we're going to slide right past it. And then as that comes up, it just steadily moves up the stairs. Again, treads and risers, so stain and paint, stain and paint. As it comes up, even to the point of, I want to show you, this piece right here, Christy, if you can look down on this. This piece right here is the handrail that comes in. So they cut it, and then you buy this piece that's a 90. And then these have to be molded together, sanded down to where it's just smooth as could be, where you can't even tell it's not one piece. This covers the screw that goes in there. Again, can't even tell that it's there, and how that just flows right into the wall. Looks like it's just coming out of the wall on that side of it. So very, a lot goes in to just even just one step, much less this many steps that go into building a staircase like this. And y'all see the finished product once we get everything at the end painted. How the wow. As we come upstairs, this is where we've added, there's 3 more bedrooms on this end. So a bedroom, washer and dryer, Jack and Jill, and another bedroom there. And as it flows, these will be covered the same way as those. But as it flows, so you remember there's that Romeo and Juliet balcony that you can look over? This carries up to that. So now we're walking up to what one time used to be in the attic. So where we would have been standing there. And then this flows into another bedroom, another bathroom, so lots of those. So this flows in now to where now you can look down and see everything that we just looked at. So you can see how the 22 foot tall ceilings, you can see how everything looks on that side of it, but looking down on it as everybody's coming in, things like that, that everybody can be up here on top of this Romeo and Juliet balcony. So that makes a big difference on how that all comes together. Just really the trim is just unbelievable. Juan and his guys and everything, they're all artists in what they do. This is a great way. Nobody likes to just show off all the time, but they like to do what they do, and it is showing off. I mean, you gotta be proud of what you do on how that comes together. Christy, if we can try to run down, and I'm gonna watch where you step.
Okay.
Again, that same handrail. This looks like one piece, but it's 3 pieces. So that same handrail right there, how that comes down. Be careful. If she falls and we go off video, I don't have my insurance card on me. So.
Brother, take care of me.
So, as this comes down, you'll see that this transitions on the handrail. I meant to show that earlier. This dives into everything. So one thing dives into another. So where that handrail turned and went in, this one picks up where it actually ties into that stud wall and comes down there and catches every newel post. Can't help but think of Chevy Chase on Christmas Vacation. Fix that newel post. So every one of those, as they go around and make the trend as they come around the side. Christy, I'm going to try to just step out. I know this is kind of, weren't really planning, but it really gives a look to the house to try to get outside. Through here, I know there's not much light. Can you see? Is it showing? Okay, great.
It's showing.
Believe it or not, this is a massive game room. This is a massive game room. Huge, 24 by 24. And the reason I know that size, this used to be the garage. So the cars used to be in here and all that stuff. This was part of the old section of the house, original, that you turned and went into the house. So all this new stuff, of course, Well, here. So this is the new game room, den, big TV, playing tables, playing everywhere. Everybody come hang out here. So since we took that in, we had to take in and make a new garage. So now we're walking out on the new concrete, just like we did over there. I know it's a mess, but two things I want to show y'all. We did show y'all before how we put the plywood on the garage walls instead of sheetrock. Plywood on the wall, number one, you can hang a nail anywhere you want to. You don't have to worry about that. You can see here we cover all the things with screen mold, little small screen mold so it doesn't show much and everything. And then 1x4 as crown, as case, and as base. And what happens there is we leave these things unpainted. Now we've had people come back and say, we'll do it later, or this, that, and the other, or they want us to go ahead and paint it. But part of the money savings of doing this, between sheetrock, tape bed texture, and then painting too, doing this versus sheetrock, well, sheetrock's not made to be in unclimatized weather. So not just out here and everything. You save nearly $4,000 or $5,000 like that. And you'd be able to put that in something else in the house. Let's get right out here. Okay. So, you gotta make sure. Jim would never let me lose it and live it down. Unless he's trying to collect on insurance. And by the way, I don't normally wear pink. I always used to say there's no pink, there's no flip-flops. If everybody remembers flip-flops being called that in construction. But Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Anytime you see any Campbell Homes people right now, everybody's wearing pink, and that's why they're doing it. It's to bring awareness to that. If you're not donating already to any of the organizations that can help on research, please do. Please do and help that cause. Chrissy, let's come right here. Just to give y'all, finally, just to give y'all a shot overview of the whole house. So now, if you can see the red brick window on the far left over here, that's original. So that was a flat wall all the way across the house. So everything you see now, here, the second floor there, the two-car garage, all this is what's been added. So that gives you a really good grasp of where you take a single-story house, take the entire roof off except maybe just a little bit of it, and then add something as big as this to put this together. So, got a lot more to show y'all when this house finishes. Y'all will probably remember the Kugler house. The Kugler house was one that I shot a video because it was in Elkhart, Texas. But it is just wrapping up. They're moving in next weekend, and it is gorgeous. It turned out just like unbelievable. Kevin knocked it out of the park, and they're even excited for us to come back and do a video just to show y'all that finished product and everything. That was that house that was way out in the middle of the country. You couldn't hear anything. Couldn't hear any cars or anything. There was a lake there and everything. So we're going to have that coming up for you here real soon too as well. So wanted to show you all this. We'll have some more coming to you too. Thank you so much for watching us today. Hope you have a very blessed day, and remember that God is in control.